Are you in need of a Decon soap that will either remove existing last step products or as a pre-wash to start the coating process? Well, let's check out the Armour Detail Supply Decon soap. Now, they are in the process of updating the product as of the time of this recording, but places like Carzilla and Car Supply's Warehouse have this version currently in stock, so we're going to give it a review. I also want to highlight this product and even others like it because so many people are using wash soaps with protection in them and then using drying aids from another brand which may also have protection. Now over time you get a buildup of these products on your paint which can lead to appearance issues, especially should you need to use an APC or some other chemical, say a bug or tar remover. Now people with coatings can also mask the properties of that coating with these types of added protection products. By doing a Decon wash quarterly, you can avoid many of these issues. So think of a Decon wash as a deep clean maintenance. Now to start with, this version that I'm holding in my hand has a pH of 11, while the new version will have a claimed pH of 12. Now both versions are supposed to remove not just dirt, but things like bugs and stains, whatever that means. I guess to me that would be like the junk you get on the side of your car after you use the cheap tire dressing that didn't dry. So the Decon soap is also supposed to strip waxes and other toppers off the car. So in any event, it is claimed to be safe on all exterior surfaces of your automobile. Now, pricing currently is $16.99 for a 16-ounce bottle, or $54.99 for the gallon jug. The new version, or version 2 as I'll likely call it, that everyone has been waiting for, is supposed to be a ground up revision with a higher or increased concentration, change of cleaning agents, or should I say surfactants, which is claimed to give an even higher cleaning power and even better foaming capabilities. Now, Armour Detail Supply even says that it will have corrosion inhibitors and a new scent. So this bottle, or we'll call it V1, has stated directions for mixing between 2 and 4 ounces in your foam cannon and 2 to 4 ounces in your wash bucket. Since I don't have the ability of a hose out where my car is parked, my method is to fill a bucket with 4 gallons of water and then 4 ounces of the Decon soap. Now I then take about a gallon of that, put it into my IK Foam Pro 12, and then I load up whatever vehicle I'm doing and head to the coin-op wash. Because I always foam with the IK sprayer, I cannot currently comment on the foaming capabilities out of a foam cannon. So now that you know the specifics, let's head to the coin-op and see if we could strip any of that protection that's built up over the last little while. And what I mean by that is that I have been using that Angelwax, and I'll have the link or the video linked at the end of this, but I've been using the Angelwax for a few weeks now, and if I'm going to be testing other products, I want to start with a clean surface so I can provide you with an honest review. So let's head there and get washing. All right guys, so we're in our wash bay and we have the Armour Detail Supply Decon soap. And what we're going to be doing is, in fact, let me show you the water behavior on the car first before we start. So I just brought my wash keg with me, and I'm going to show you what the water behavior looks like on the car before we start, and then when we go around and use the wand from the car wash, you're going to see how it behaves after the Decon wash. Let's get started. All right, so you can see we have like water beading. All right, it doesn't sheet off the panel. The water just beads, and that is from, the water just beads on there, and that's from the Angelwax. Literally like 3 or 4 washes of Angelwax. It's built up protection on there. So we just have a lot of beading, and we want to get rid of that. We want just a flat panel. In fact, you can see right here, all that. So we just want it to be a flat panel, and well, that's it. So now we're going to do our Decon wash. All right, so what we're going to be doing is we're going to be using my Foam Pro 12 sprayer, And I'm gonna leave my little Ryobi compressor hooked up to it, because as I go around, I'm just gonna turn this on and I'm gonna just keep it pressurized as I foam. Now, what I'm gonna do though, if I can only put that down, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go around, I'm gonna foam everything, and then hopefully we're gonna get to washing. And again, I have my wash bucket, 1 ounce per gallon, and I'm gonna try and quickly go around here as fast as I can, because even though it's early morning, somebody may wanna use the wash bay here eventually or before I get done. So I wanna make this go as quick as possible, and always be mindful of that if you're using the wash bay. This one doesn't have a sign on it that says, you know, no hand washing, that I've seen anyway. I mean, there's nothing in here, but you always want to be respectful of the business owner and mindful of that. So having said that, let's get going. In fact, let me show you how 1 ounce per gallon foams, and then I'll mount the camera and show you what's going on. So 1 ounce per gallon. So you don't get a massive amount of foam. It's actually more like it just runs down the panel, which to me, it really doesn't matter on a decon wash as long as it's not drying. That's the main thing. You just don't want it to dry on the paint. So let's get going. All right guys, so we've let the Decon soap dwell a while, and doing it in the early morning like this is great because there's no direct sun, and now it has a chance to dwell on the panel. So anyway, Armour Detail Supply Decon soap, once again, and what we're gonna be using is, number one, well, you wanna wear gloves, okay? Because this is high pH, but we just have the flat outs from Auto Fiber and Shine Supply. I just have 4 of them in the bucket and gonna go around. I'm just gonna throw them on the panels and go panel by panel really quick, and hopefully within the next 5 minutes, the SUV will be completely washed. So let's get to it. And it's just a little tip that I saw on another channel. Go ahead and just put the flat outs on your car, and then when you're done with the panel, you could throw them back in the bucket, and they have a chance to soak and release some of that dirt before the next time. And really quick guys, if it starts drying, I still have stuff in my foamer. I could just wet it back down and keep going. All right, most everything's done. Let me, one little section more, and then I'll have to get the thing and do the roof. We'll be right back. All right guys, all I did is I went around really quick and sprayed again because number one, I still need to do the roof. But with the flat outs, as I was going over, it started drying the panel and I wanted to keep it wet. So applying that little bit extra, like the foam, helps keep it nice and wet. So I'm gonna get done with the roof and then we'll keep going. All right guys, so we're back. Got the whole thing washed, or actually I just needed to wash the roof. But anyway, I've kept this wet. And well, let's get to washing and see how the results are. All right guys, now we're in a different wash bay. Let's see how this works. Hey, it worked. Oh, and we want to make sure we're at rinse. All right, 5 minutes, let's go. All right guys, so a couple of things you could see now. You could see there's, like, the water just kind of sheets off. It doesn't actually bead up. Even when I apply just a little spray of water, it's just flat on the panel. It just kind of sits there and does nothing at all. Contrary to, like, I have a coating on the windshield. So I have a coating on the windshield and you could see the water behavior of the coating. So we're just going to go around and make sure we're rinsed off and get going. All right guys, just to show you, haven't touched this with a drying towel, and it's pretty misty outside now because of all the stuff, but you can see there's no water behavior literally left on this. The panel, it just sheets. It looks, I don't want to say it looks dull, but it just looks like there's nothing on here at all. So that's what we're looking for with the Armour Detail Supply Decon soap. And it does its job. That's what we needed it to do. And well, let's get to drying. All right guys, I want to show you this towel from Harbor Freight. So it is the Harbor Freight drying towel. And I'll have the size here. It's like 20 by 36 or 24 by 36, something like that, maybe 18 by whatever, I don't even know. But anyway, this thing, like literally, it's $6 right now at Harbor Freight. And it soaks up the water really nice. So just kind of wanted to share that. This is one of the best deals at Harbor Freight. Nice microfiber. It's got two sides. One's like a micro twist loop and the other like a plush side, almost like an amphibian towel. Works really well. So just kind of wanted to highlight that and show you. We're going to be testing this out more, and especially if you know, if you're doing a lot of cars, you know, you could pick up a lot of these things relatively cheap. So give it a thought. Okay everyone, so as you saw, I was able to strip the built-up protection off of the paint and leave us with a nice clean surface ready to either hit with a clay towel and iron remover and then go to polishing, or in my case, just to start with a clean, fresh surface to test the next batch of products on. Now with this V1 version, there is nothing great about the smell, but it works as advertised. So if you have more than one car, I would honestly just add on a gallon jug to an order from them at some point, because at an ounce a gallon, you'll have used it up in 3 or 4 months, or possibly quicker in the winter. The 16-ounce bottles are expensive enough that it really doesn't make any sense to do anything with them but buy for testing. I really wish they would sell this in a 32-ounce bottle for maybe $19.99, and then the gallon jug at the $55 price point. I say that because you usually use more of the Decon soap than normal wash soap in the process, and so the 16-ounce bottle is only going to last you 4 washes, maybe a few more than that if you go light on the soap. In any event, the Decon soap from Armour Detail Supply does what it is supposed to do, the same as the other products in their lineup. So if you're ordering products from them to test or for normal use, go ahead and add this on one, or go ahead and add this one on as well, because you are going to need it at some point. So everyone, there you have it, the Decon soap from Armour Detail Supply. I rate the version 1 a buy, and I'm really looking forward to getting my hands on the upgraded version 2 of it. So thank you again to everyone for watching, and if you found this video informative or entertaining, I would appreciate it if you would be willing to hit that subscribe button for me. Until next time, have a great day and get creative with how you keep your car looking great. Thank you. Bye. So yep, there we're set at rinse, and unfortunately it's $5 for 5 minutes. So let's get going. Oh no. Well, we may need to move the car. This is not good. Well, let's try another card and see if it works. All right, well, here we go. Let's see if this works. Oh, great. The reader's broken. We got to move to a different bay.